My name is Kunal Dukal. I am PhD research scholar in Department of Cultural Studies in English and Foreign Languages University, Hyderabad. And I have submitted my thesis in last year, September, which my work mainly revolves around caste and religious politics in contemporary Punjab. And I'm awaiting my viva. My thesis is gone for evaluation, and currently I'm teaching as a guest faculty in University of Hyderabad. And I would also like to talk about, begin to talk, to clarify that my name is Kunal Dukal. My surname is Dukal, which many people in the social media platform are asking that it's a upper caste Khatri surname. But I also clarified, but through your platform, I would like to clarify that yes, it is a upper caste surname, but it is also been appropriated by my family, like my grandfather and my father. And there are also diverse kinds of surnames that exist in my family. And Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also talks about protective discoloration, in which mainly he talks about that how upper caste surnames are appropriated by Dalits, mainly to escape from it's a like strategic move to escape from untouchability and caste discrimination. But as we know that the moment you show your reserved category certificate, or the secret of whatever the camouflaging of being an upper caste one is doing gets revealed. And basically in that way, like I am a Dalit, and the surname is also like being appropriated by Dalits. Is though it is a upper caste surname, it has also been very much Dalitized by the Dalits. And the instance which I narrated of my family is one of them. And I belong from a Julaha caste, and I'm basically born and raised in Delhi. And from past 5.5 years, I've been in Hyderabad. I studied in FLU, and I still, though I have submitted my PhD, I still claim that I am a student of English and Foreign Languages University until and unless my PhD gets awarded. And the issue that happened, like now I have to literally now clearly claim about my identity as a FLU student, is because the university administration has already branded me as an outsider, and also someone as a trespasser. And I would, before going into that, I would like to say that what narrate the incident of 14th April, which is also like the day when we were celebrating 125th birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. And it was a peaceful event. Like it was mainly an event organized by students and the non-teaching SC/ST Employees Association. And it was also not a very big crowd, but a very small gathering of Dalit, Bahujan, minority, Adivasi students, and also some like-minded concerned general students. And then there were also some faculties, and there were people from non-teaching staff. And I would also like to say that it was not an event that was organized or supported by the university authorities. Like in generally, it is also been declared in the Government of India circular that all universities should also celebrate Dr. B.R. Ambedkar's birth anniversary, and they should also declare holidays. But what we also see that in FLU that day also some of the examinations were taking place in by some of the foreign languages departments. But coming back to the event, so we were having this event at around 11 o'clock on that day, and people from various like student organizations. It was totally a student university crowd, not any outside crowd. And people from various organizations spoke. Amongst them, I was also one of the speakers. And the moment I finished my speech, I rounded up with a song that I sang. And the moment I finished my speech and song, and I came back to the crowd, like a group of three security guards just barged into the crowd, and they held my hands and they started dragging me away from the crowd. And I was like also heckled, pushed in that process. And when I asked them that why they are doing this to me, so they said that they have got the orders from the chief security officer to produce me at the main gate. And when other students, like speeches were already going on, and when people saw there is a commotion happening on the on one end, so they also intervened. And when some of the students asked the security guards, they stopped them. They also asked them that why I'm being forcibly taken away. So they say that they again like repeated the same thing, that they got the order. Uh, then they also said that my entry is restricted. When students asked them that why my entry is restricted, they didn't had any reason. When they asked them to show the order, they also didn't show any order. So then we requested them to let at least the event, which was disrupted by them very insensitively, at least let it happen, and then we meet the chief security officer. So when after the event I met chief security officer, he also narrated the same thing, that he got the order, mainly specifying that he got the order from the proctor Prakash Kona. And he said that if I have to enter in the campus, I have to take his personal permission. And when we again said that on what grounds, on what basis they have passed this order regarding restricting my entry, so he didn't had any answer. When we again asked them to show us the order copy, so he went to with the pretext of taking the copy, but he didn't return. So in the meanwhile, because I was so much also branded as an outsider, as a criminal, by like someone who is trespassing the university property, and doing something which doesn't need to be done or something like that. So I then went to the Osmania police station and filed a SC, like a complaint under SC/ST Atrocities Act. And mainly my main accusation is also that in the order it is been written that I have submitted my thesis in September last year, and but I continue to trespass the campus and indulging in anti-university activities. I want to say that my viva is not over. I am still very much a student. I have to come to the university to also to I was not getting my fellowship like arrear money. So for so many administration related works, and also to meet my supervisor. So all like lots of technicalities are also related to related to my entry in the campus, and also why I should have to every time come to enter into the university campus taking the gate pass. Why there is no mechanism in place that those students who have submitted their thesis, that they should be also entered in the university campus like any other normal student until and unless their PhD viva is over. And there have been several students who have submitted their thesis and staying in the hostels, and and I don't even stay in the hostels. I don't even visit the hostels. But my entry in that way is considered as trespassing. But if you see, the second part is also that I am not only trespassing but also indulging in anti-university activities. Now this is a serious allegation. It is so absurd because I am not able to make sense of what they mean by anti-university activities, because last year I was totally busy in writing my thesis. I haven't even participated in any of the protests. There was anyway not much protest happened in the university. The only protest that happened last year was in the November, in which one student, for writing a Facebook status, got a show cause notice, and the protest that led to that event, the other students got 12 students got show cause notices. I was not even there because after submission of my thesis, I also went back to my hometown. So in the last uh, 1 year, I have not participated into any so-called anti-university activities, and also there have no such anti-university agitation that has anyways taken place in the university. So I don't know why now, at this point, when I am already like I have submitted my thesis, and I'm also not a regular visitor in the campus, but why my entry is in a way problem for these people. I see this kind of a order which doesn't have any reason, or like it's very easy these days to call anyone as anti-national, anti-institutional, or any anti anything. So in that way, like branding me as a anti-university person, and also the kind of statements the proctor is making, that I am also one of the key members of the or the key instigators of the group which indulge in anti-university activities. I do consider them as serious allegations to criminalize me and to brand me as an anti-university person, which, and they don't have any proof. Like, in so far as in my knowledge, in my entire 5 years of like in its FLU, like where I have never been at least served any show cause notice as far as my knowledge. So I don't know like why this order is coming at this time. And the so also like the order says that it is issued on 29th of March, and if it was issued on 29th of March, and so why it took them some 15 days to enact, to stop me, because in between I have come to the campus also again. None of the security guards ever showed me the order copy. Why? Prior to this event, like of commemorating and celebrating the birth anniversary of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, why prior to this event, even when I entered in the campus, why I was not stopped? Why the copy, which is not shown to me, which is still not given to me as such, because it is not addressed to me also. So I would like to know that why I was not stopped, though I was entering. Even night before, when we were preparing for the celebrations, I was also, I came at the night, and like we students were preparing for the celebrations. So for that we cleaned the Ambedkar statue, and we were repainting the Ambedkar statue. And again, like it was just preparation for the celebration. The security staff again called the proctor, and proctor called the police Usmania police saying that some illegal or unlawful activity is happening. And on that night also, 13th night, when we were painting the Ambedkar statue, again the police came and entered in the campus to see what unlawful is happening. And when they saw us painting the Ambedkar statue, they themselves felt ashamed and they apologized that they had the proctor has given them unnecessary trouble to come, to with the pretext of something unlawful that is taking place in the university. So when there is already so much of surveillance mechanism, when security guards are totally always alert. So one thing is that what is the can't student also peacefully celebrate Ambedkar Jayanti? And second is, I was there that night, why I was not informed or evicted from the site then and there? Why only the event when Ambedkar Jayanti is being celebrated, why they only chose that occasion to disrupt the event and to forcibly try to take me away? So I also consider that this is also a disrespect that the university authorities have again shown to the Baba Saheb Ambedkar, and also to the Dalit students and people who of the campus. And this shows their casteist attitude and how much the kind of a bias, the kind of a hatred they have towards the Dalit students and also towards B.R. Ambedkar. And my main allegation on the is mainly that why I have been branded as an anti-institutional figure, on what basis, on what grounds, and until and unless and I see this form of restriction as a form of social boycott. That the similar way the Hyderabad Vice Chancellor has, by branding the 5 rusticated students as anti-national and anti-university, and also ironically as casteist, and and have been checked them out from accessing any of the university administration buildings or hostels. So, and which forcibly they have to come at set up the Veliwada at Shopcock. So I see this kind of a restriction, where I am being restricted to enter in the sacred Agrahara of FLU, and is another form of social boycott that is for no reason is being forced upon me. So since I filed the complaint against the proctor, and I have it is also is registered as a FIR against him, and so far in terms of mobilization, I would also have got support from some of the organizations, like from the Joint Action Committee from University of Hyderabad. They are in support of the cause, and also some of the concerned faculties from University of Hyderabad and also from FLU have also have support, are in favor of my cause for my fight for justice. And yesterday I also met PM Kamalamba madam, and she is the member of National Commission for Scheduled Castes, and I submitted my petition to madam, and she has taken the matter into serious consideration, and she has already summoned the Vice Chancellor and the FLU administration administrative authorities to come and report for the public hearing that will be taking place tomorrow at 4 o'clock at National Commission for Scheduled Castes in office in Amirpet. so in their regional office. And like that support has been the concern they have shown is like I'm I'm indebted to that support. And like, and there are some like concerned individuals and organizations have are showing their solidarity. The social in social media, the solidarity network is little more wider from people from various universities. So also have shown some concern, but it needs to be mobilized more to make it as a hopefully I will be doing that in the future. Uh, but the main demands that I have is that make a public apology for branding me as a criminal, for branding me as anti-institutional and trespasser, and he should also be removed from the proctor's position, and he should also be immediately arrested under the Prevention of Atrocities of ST Atrocities Act. And yeah, so and the university should also devise a mechanism where they all those students who have submitted the thesis should be allowed to access the university, enter the university like any other student until and unless their viva is over. But as we know that this university also has a legacy of being casteist, like the kind of atrocities they have done over Dalit minority, Bahujan and Adivasi students, from their suspension and rustication, to also like creating hurdles in their viva, in their submission, by evicting them from their hostels. So in that way, so like this event in that way is also not an event that happened in isolation. Like FLU has a long history of casteist professors and administration taking such actions, and also like in that way, yeah, I'm another link into this these many in this trajectory. And so yeah, these my demand is that the administration should they should come up with an apology, the proctor should be removed and arrested, and whatever the orders against me should be revoked. So one more thing I wanted to add to this, that the circular, the order against me is issued on 29th March, and the and on the only like event that took place in the university was mainly the kind of a solidarity event to with University of Hyderabad students, and with University of Hyderabad movement for justice for Rohit Vemulla, in the context of when some of the professors and students were forcibly like jailed, and also like mercilessly beaten up and jailed. So for that solidarity, the HCU Jack gave a call that on 28th March it's a all India like kind of a show of solidarity protest, and we also the to like boycott the classes. But what happened in FLU was just a solidarity, like a show of solidarity, kind of a protest on 28th March, and there was also no forcibly boycott of classes. None of the students have gone or forcibly asked the students or the teacher to boycott their classes. It was a totally voluntary boycott, and it was basically to show solidarity against the injustice that has been done to the students, and with their forceful jailing, to forcefully put them in jail. And there was nothing against the English and Foreign Languages University Vice Chancellor or administration. So if they are so threatened that even with this solidarity, even they want to term it as anti-university, so like one can just imagine to what extent they want to suppress the students, like they don't even want the students to show solidarity to the other university. And in and I still don't know why I'm considered as one of the instigators, as one of the people who is doing anti-university activities. Because first thing, it was not a event against FLU administration or vice chancellor. And another thing is that it was a peaceful, gathering of students who took a rally around the campus and assembled at gate number 2, and continued their show of solidarity with the University of Hyderabad movement. And if I am the one and there were another students also, who were participating from, then I would like to ask that why specifically I am being singled out and targeted. Is it because of my caste identity that they are targeting me? On what grounds only I have been singled out? So this rationale in which they have mentioned about me participating in anti-university activities is not at all clarified by this university. I still consider it as absurd. And if on the basis of 28th event they have issued this circular to me, then again I would like to ask that why only me, and why to consider that event as anti-university. One should question that also, because it was not the nature of that event was totally different. It should not be. I think the university is just usually threatened. They don't want students to do anything. They don't want students to come to or express solidarity, not to the people, to the students which are inside the university, their own university, but also to the students' movement that are taking place in other universities. So generally, it's an oppressive regime that want to suppress all kinds of show of solidarity or movements, which is all bracketed as anti-institutional.